There we are. Good morning. I have no idea who that was. Who was that?
Three Dog Night.
I don't know. I wasn't here when that started. Did you play that?
Yes.
What a great selection for the start of the program. Thank you very much for choosing a record that I would have chosen myself. Good morning if I had been here. Thank you very much. Is that Three Dog Night?
Yes.
Mama Told Me Not to Come.
Uh-huh.
Written by Randy Newman.
Was it?
It was indeed. You didn't know that, did
No.
you? I wasn't here and I knew that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for starting the program. It's very good to know that someone is here if anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
I was upstairs involved in a newspaper. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerald Michael Anderson here, spinster of this parish. Welcome to this bank holiday. What is it, May, spring? What is it today?
I think it's May, isn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I notice no children going to school, which is always a good thing. Do you notice whenever the children go to school, you can't get to work at all? Of course, when I call this work,
Yes.
I'm being sarcastic. But you notice we always have to wait for half an hour when the children are at school, and none of them have cars. Do you understand what that means, though?
No.
The reason why traffic jams are, is because women and men take their children to school and to go in buses like everyone else, what we used to do. Remember, we used to go to school, and it used to be, it used to be 3 hippence.
Yes.
Do you remember 3
But
hippence?
you walked, but it's not safe to walk anymore, and it's too far away from most children.
It is safe to walk, of course it is. They can walk if they want to, the little...
No.
What have they got, rickets? My mother used to say to me, "Don't walk to school, Gerald."
Right.
This is my name, Gerald.
Yes.
She said, "Take this 3 hippence and get the bus."
You told us that.
I know, but I never got the bus.
No, you said it and you went to the pictures.
Every day.
Yes, we heard that.
That's what made me the man I am today.
Yeah.
I'm just sad that Gary Cooper didn't live to see this. Anyway, thank you for starting the program.
Okay, you very thank me.
I know, it's okay, but I think it's important. You see, there are people out there when they don't go to work and nobody starts their program for them.
Did you see the rickety wheel on Friday night?
Gerry Kelly needs...
It does.
He has no shame.
It's the wee frock around the bottom of it.
He has no shame. I know what he said to himself. He said, "We better do something about this rickety wheel because everyone will say it's Anderson's."
Oh.
And you know what they said? I know the producer. You know them yourself. They said, "Let's put a frock on
They
it."
put a frock.
I know. Do you see? Do you know what I'm going to tell you? A rickety wheel with a frock on is an affront to God's name.
So it is. It's
It is.
awful.
And I have never worn a frock.
Yeah. And the audience going, woo!
Oh, they're made do that. They're made do that.
Well,
they
we should
they
do
make
that.
them do that.
Let's steal his woo.
No, we've got our own woo. We don't need Kelly's woo. You let him keep his old woo. We don't need woo. So anyway, there's no one here to woo
Me
anyway.
and Gerald will woo.
Will you?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Well, you say something and we'll woo.
I'll say something funny.
No.
What'll I
You
say? Okay, I'll say, "Oh, here. Oh, what number? Coming up.
No.
Come on, woo!"
You introduce somebody and we'll woo.
There's nobody to introduce. There's nobody here. It's a bank holiday.
Yeah, but who's the next CD?
Is there anybody out there, any ministers or anything out there we
Any
could bring in and
CD?
interview? What?
Right.
What?
If you're going to play, wait, who are you going to play next? Say the Beatles.
I don't know who I'm going to play next. I don't have any records with me.
Right.
Have you not got any? I know what I'm going to play. I think I'm going to... Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to play a new track by a band called Relish. That's only you on your own. What's wrong with Geraldine?
She'll woo in a wee minute. She's a
She
slow
better woo
wooer.
when she's told to woo. Ask her to woo now. I'll do this
Woo
again.
now.
We're going to play a little song by Relish called... She can't woo at all. Must be a Catholic.
Well, we'll ask people to woo.
Ah, for God's sake, man. It's a bank holiday. People are out there expecting to be entertained. Shut up, will you? Let me entertain them. Let me entertain them.
Well, turn me
Entertain them. I have every intention of it turning you off. There are people out there expecting something. Well, for all the people who are... Here's the thing. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? You. Have you seen this? You haven't seen this?
No.
I read this with wonder. Is this a wind-up? Is this the 1st of April or what is it? It's not the 1st of April. It's the 5th of May. No, it's not the 7th of May. There's a book review in last Saturday's Belfast Telegraph. Have you seen that?
No.
It's a book by a well-known London-based Ulster author called Maurice Leach. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Of course not. He wrote a book called, what's the name of it? Hold on a sec. The Eggman's Apprentice.
Right.
I was reading this review and suddenly it struck me as being slightly familiar. Will you hear this? The hero of the book is a midget called Hugo Dinsmore. He's small but perfectly formed. This is true. He calls himself Hugo D.
Turn
And it's
me
no,
off.
I'm serious.
Turn
Look,
me
look,
off.
do you not see this?
I see it, but
You
turn
can't hear this, can you? Ulster-born writer Maurice Leach's new novel called The Eggman's Apprentice looks at the underbelly of rural Ulster and mixes the fantastic figures of Hugo and his mentor, the Eggman, a local gangster who is driven round in a pink Cadillac. Now, who do you think that could be? It sounds like George, doesn't it?
I'm not getting involved.
No, but hold on a minute. One day, Hugo discovers that he can sing. I'm reading this from the review of the newspaper. In dance halls, he reduces grown men to tears and breaks the hearts of local ladies. It turns out he's a big hit with the girls who refuse to believe a single sordid thought could find shelter in such a boyish frame. How little they know! Hugo's delighted to be mothered by these women who whirl him round the dance floor whilst he snuggles up to their soft curves. So life's not too bad for little Hugo D. And then he comes to the attention of local Heavy the Eggman. And it goes on and on. Little Hugo's made it big time, and he's not slow to shake the country anthem mud from his heels and his cousins from his hair. But when his head is in the clouds, he forgets to keep his feet firmly on the ground. I've always written about outsiders, says Leach. Hugo allows me to look at the adult world from below. I must get that book.
Yeah.
Hey, and it says here, eventually Hugo goes to America. Hugo goes to Nashville. It's all here. I'm going to buy that book. I'm going to give that away as prizes.
Yeah. Turn me off.
You don't take part in anything that I'm interested in.
No.
Anyway, I've got some emails here. Incidentally, if you want to contact this program, the number is 08459 555 678. Just let me repeat that for the benefit of those who were taking a drink last night and realised they didn't have to go to work tomorrow and took a little bit more than they should, which indeed is something of a luxury as far as I'm concerned. I don't do it. I went to bed last night at 11:15, knowing that it was my duty to appear here sober and fresh in front of the good people of Ulster, who indeed are lying in bed, many of them like Corbies. Pardon?
Your levels are bad and my level's too low.
No, your level is not too low. I'm keeping you deliberately low.
Well, you're distorting.
No, I'm too high.
Yeah, well, you're still distorting.
This is the way it should be. I am high and you're low. Because
But not to a point of distortion.
No, I don't mind if you're distorted. I am maybe a little distorted, but then again, it's because I went to the Christian Brothers.
Right.
You're too low deliberately. I'm keeping you low because I don't want the people to hear what you have to say, because you never say anything interesting. You never take part in anything that I'm interested in. There's a whole book about Hugo D and you won't even talk about it.
Apparently Laurel and Hardy are on BBC Two.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Let's stop the programme and watch it. You shouldn't do that, because there are people watching this programme saying to themselves, why are we listening to this bundle of cramp for? And then you suddenly say Laurel and Hardy's on the TV and they say, oh, let's do that. And they turn off the radio and watch the television. You have no idea. You can't think at all, do you? You're not thinking about you're not thinking in terms of Radio Ulster, by thunder. Did you hear Wendy and Connor on this morning?
No.
They're very good, I thought. I've got an email here. Incidentally, if you can send me an email if you want to, it's jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Emails work on a bank holiday, considering, if you paid your bill. And the number to ring is 08459 555 678. Do you know what I've done?
Okay. Right, Danny. Okay, then.
Do you know what I've done?
Bye.
Do you know what I've done?
Oh, yeah.
I'm down here with I have no records. See this pile here?
Yes.
I lifted those from the top. They're the wrong records. I have no records to play.
You have a core pile behind you.
No, I can't do that. That's what the people want. You can't play that. No, I've picked a load of records upstairs. You know, I've been in here since 8:30. I picked all the records and I grabbed the wrong pile. I am down here. Not only am I late for the programme start, I have no records to play. So what I have to do, I'm going to have to run upstairs during the course of the next record. Thank God I found that new single by Relly.
There's a call for you.
I know that. I thank God I found that.
How do you know?
Because I can see your light twinkling. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to run upstairs and get records. So if I'm not done again, put another one on, will you?
Well, what about the call?
I'll deal with the call in a moment.
Well, you deal with the call now, and I'll get you the CD.
No, you don't know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. My pile is my own pile. I know my own pile when I see it.
Bring down your box.
No, you'd bring down the wrong pile and maybe someone else's box. No, just stay there. Sit there.
There's your pile now.
Do what you're paid to do.
Look.
Is that my pile? Oh, there's my pile there. Thank you. Thank you, 18. She's very good, isn't she?
Yeah.
She read that. I mean, she heard that on the radio. And she went over and got my pile. I don't have to go upstairs now at all. I was kind of looking forward to getting upstairs, in a way. It's kind of ruined the whole thing. I have nowhere to go now.
Well, will you take the call?
I'm afraid I'll have to. I have nothing else to do. Okay, let me just deal with some of this. Get off! What are you talking about, for God's sake? This is my program. Get off! I've got an email here. It says, Jerry, I've been very disappointed. Sorry. I've been appointed a go-between to reunite a well-worn Levi's denim jacket with its old...